Gwinnett Lawns in beautiful. You see that blue sky? Atlanta, Georgia. Today is August the 31st, 2022. And on today's video, I get so many questions about this, so I'm just gonna make a video on it. How do you know if using this setup is right for you? Hear that, Chevy? All right, so obviously this is a 1989 Chevy K1500. Brand new engine, transmission, rear end, everything. Pretty much everything is rebuilt on it. I have the Mow and Go ramp system here. This is the 18-inch one. I think he has one that's 36-inch dovetail. And we're going to answer the question, is this setup right for you? So, let me get set up here. It is it's 8:04, and as you can see, everything is sopping wet with the dew. Got it all over the windshield, and I got to start just a little later because the sun's coming up later. You know, it's getting ready to get into fall. Sun's coming up later, and the nights are getting longer. It's a lot of dew in the air, but it's not supposed to rain today. It's supposed to be 90 or 91, and no rain, so that's fine. I'll take that. Yeah, look, that is absolutely, this is why people love Atlanta. This is what it's supposed to be all the time. Well, most of the time. All right, so let me get this tripod set up right here. All right, so we are going to answer the question, what is the proper setup for your lawn care business? And I'm going to qualify this whole talk with, if you're doing actual landscaping installations and stuff like that, then everything I say here is not really germane. What we want to talk about are people that primarily do mowing. All right, 99% of what I do is mowing. That's what I like to do. If you are doing, you know, heavy duty landscape installs and stuff like that, then what I'm going to say is not applicable. You're going to need to use, you know, whatever, truck and trailer, dump trailer, all that. But if you're doing primarily mowing, I'm going to tell you the absolute best setup. I've used trailers, I've used the ramp in the back of the pickup, and the box truck. And I'm going to tell you hands down that for service work, I had the best experience with the box truck. And the reason is, it's a rolling billboard. I got a ton of business from it. You can keep everything out of the weather. You can keep everything in one place. If you set it up right, like I had set mine up right, then, you know, everything I needed was on the truck all the time. I just grabbed my route sheet, whatever I needed to do for the day, had my fuel, everything. So, and I had multiple mowers. So I would say that number one, that is the best setup, period. There are some drawbacks. It's a commercial vehicle. You have to have a DOT number. You have to have commercial insurance, which is very expensive. It's like almost $200 a month. A lot of things you're not going to be able to do on it yourself. I do all my own maintenance, but I couldn't even rotate the tires because I did not have the proper setup for, my air compressor wouldn't even drive the lug nuts off. Anyway, so I love the box truck, loved it. But I would say that if you can condense your mower down to a single mower, you could probably get 2 stand-up mowers and a long bed pickup, a long bed full size. I would say that if you're going to have one mower you're going to really be limited to a 48-inch mower. All three of the manufacturers, Dodge, Chevy, and Chrysler or Ram, those have about 49 to 50 inches between the wheel wells, so you're only going to be able to fit a 48 in there. So either a 48 walk behind like I've got with the Trimstar, or a 48-inch stand-up. You could get a sit-down 48 if you have one. That's the determining factor. Now I can get my mower, and then I could, if I wanted to, put my 21-inch push mower on the back, so I could technically carry two. Now, using a half-ton, which this is, short bed is not the ideal situation. It is barely adequate as far as size to do what I do, but it works. All right, I had to put helper springs on the back. It still sags a lot. I had the guy at the alignment shop align the truck with all the equipment on here, because as the rear end squats, it changes the geometry slightly of the front. So I was getting some tire wear, but he corrected all that, so it's perfect. But I would tell you that if you're looking at doing a ramp system, whether it's a mow and go or maybe the ramp rack, I would say 3/4 ton or 1 ton truck minimum. All right, if I could have a long bed 3/4 ton, that would be perfect. You could probably get I don't think you could get two 48s in there, but you could get a 48 stander and maybe a 36 stander. I don't know. It would be pretty tight, but I think it would be possible to hold two mowers. My least favorite setup is a trailer. Now, a trailer is versatile because you don't have to have a pickup truck to pull the trailer. All right, if you've got an SUV, it's a Tahoe, a Suburban. I've seen people do lawn care with Jeep Wranglers, and they have trailers, Suburbans, Tahoes, Toyota Sequoias. You know, it's pretty much whatever the vehicle can tow for the trailer and the weight that you have set up. The Tundra I've got is an 06. It's the small body style Tundra. I do have a trailer as a backup if this truck breaks down. And, you know, it's just a 5x8. The original trailer I had was a 5x10. That's better. I would tell you that a 6x10 would be even more versatile. But, yeah, the 5x8 works. Now, if you're doing a lot of cleanups and stuff, you're going to probably use your pickup truck or a trailer. I could take the mow and go off of this if I wanted to, but I probably wouldn't. And if I was going to do some cleanup, I would just use the Tundra and a trailer. So I had absolutely no problems at all with this setup. This truck is very easy to maneuver in a lot of the, I call them postage stamp neighborhoods that are around here. In the county that I live in, there's almost 1 million people. This is just solid suburban metropolis. When you go down the road during the day, like there's a landscaper right there, you will see probably about every 30 to 90 seconds somebody with some sort of landscape. It's unbelievable how many landscapers are around here. This market is so oversaturated. But that's just the way it is. This Bermuda needs to be cut, and got to have the market. So the other option is to use a van. Now, at this point, having used the box truck, and part of the reason that I got rid of the box truck is my HOA didn't like it at all. The other reason was I was planning on moving, which that's just been put on hold, so, and I couldn't take it with me. But I think if I was going to do it over again, I would get me a high-top van, like a Sprinter. I wish Chevy made one, a high-top van. But if you got a Sprinter, you can have a Dodge ProMaster or a Ford Transit. You can get two mowers in there. You can set it up like the box truck. There's enough room for you to have all your stuff in there, out of the weather, and you can put really nice graphics and stuff on the van. And it's a rolling billboard. It takes up a lot less space than the box truck. Do you have to have a commercial DOT number? I guess technically you probably would, but technically, yeah, I don't know. You just have to look at the specs, but usually the Georgia Department of what do you call them? Department of Public Safety are the ones that enforce the DOT laws around here. So, you know, if you're doing commercial work, technically, I'm sure there is maybe a tiny weight restriction, but you should probably have that. Anyway, so those are the options. Now, with a van, you're not going to be able to do cleanup type stuff, but if your focus is pretty much on doing lawn maintenance, then I would say look at the size of the mowers that you have to use. If you're using more than a 48, you can pretty much cross off the using a mow and go in the back of your pickup truck. It physically won't fit. If you can, I looked at all my accounts, and a 48 is the biggest mower that I can get through all the back gates that I have. So I used to have a 54-inch Trimstar and the 36-inch stand-upright when I had the box truck. So it allowed me to get into some of the gates that I couldn't get the 54 in. And 36 will pretty much get you through almost any gate. The 48, I've had to turn down a couple of accounts because I couldn't get it. It was exactly 48 inches. I could not get the mower in there. But you know what? That's pretty rare. So I would just look at your accounts and see. That's going to determine. Or if you're just starting out, you have to determine. Just get a really good mower. A 48-inch mower, unless you're doing gigantic properties, a 48-inch mower is going to be able to do any kind of property. I can do the postage stamp lots with them. I can do the larger properties. You know, if you're doing less than a couple of acres, I would say 48 to 20. That used to be the mower that was the most common. I think now probably the most common is a 60-inch. But yeah, 48 is very, very versatile. It's very easy to get in and out of most places. So I definitely would say that look at your accounts, look at what kind of mower you're going to use. And if you're just starting out, if you're up in the air, just, grab you a 48-inch mower. And if you've got a pickup truck, I would say at least a half-ton pickup truck. Could you do this in a smaller truck like a Tundra or like I've got, or a Ford Ranger or stuff like that, or Tacoma? Yes, you can, but the wheel between the wheel well, I think it's even smaller. I don't know if it's even 48 inches. I don't know if you can get a piece of plywood between the wheel wells. I'm just not sure. So that's what you would have to look at, and that's what you would have to determine. But if I had to choose the kind of truck, I would like a long bed 1-ton, single rear wheel. That will give you plenty of capacity. If you want to use it to haul brush or mulch or stuff like that, you can do that. I can haul mulch in here if I want. Yeah, I mean, it's possible. I could put a piece of plywood, make a little, like a barrier in the back so it wouldn't fall out. But again, I do so little of that. The most I'm probably going to do, it really is pine straw. I don't like doing mulch. I just don't like doing that type of stuff. So if you have to haul bush clippings and stuff like that, this would be fine, but I couldn't have the mower with me. So I pretty much only do that type of stuff if the customer lives next to some woods where I can get rid of the clippings, or I would do it outside of mowing season where I don't have the mower in the back. So with that being said, I think that just look at those things that I talk about, and I don't think you can go wrong. If you're short on space, if you want to be able to get in and out of properties really easy, if you've got clients that are on really busy roads like this and you don't want to hassle with the trailer. Everybody needs to learn how to back a trailer up. That's what most people are afraid of. But, you know, I understand not wanting to hack people off in traffic and all that. So a lot of times people are behind you. They don't know that you're stopping to back up. They get mad, whatever. But yeah, so I like having either the Mow and Go, the box truck, or a van, high top van. So anyway, I hope that helps everybody. I get so many questions about this system. I've had 0 issues with the ramp. It's perfect. I had to readjust it a couple times. Once it got settled into the truck, I haven't had to touch it. It's been perfect. The mower setup is great. I would like to, well, we'll talk about that on another video. But yes, so I highly recommend the ramp system on the back of your pickup, and hopefully that will help somebody if you're looking at doing a route that's basically mowing related. Then, you know, I don't think you can go wrong as long as your equipment will fit on there. So, all right, guys. Well, thank you very much for watching the video. The comfort trim video I'm going to do this week. I know I said in my last video that that will be the next video, but I got delayed. I was going to shoot that yesterday. The new and improved comfort trim, you're going to really like them. So I've been using them and they're good. All right, well, thank you very much, and I will talk to you guys on the next video.